What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is I, Darth Thrifter. I am a part-time reseller on eBay and a part-time YouTuber on YouTube. First off, like always, I want to thank all 620 returning subscribers, new and old. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys notice, I am sporting the stash. I decided to shave off my Grizzly Adams beard and keep the stash. I know it makes everything look creepy, but I thought it'd be fun. If you guys think I'm a little low energy in this video, I might be. I just got over like a 12-hour headache. It was the worst migraine headache I've had in a long time. So I'm finally able, I feel good enough to make this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. It's been a bit since my last video. I'm thinking about 8 days. I was waiting to get through the first week of April to make a update video on my sales, and we are here now. Before we get into the sales, though, we're going to talk about a couple things. As you know, if you follow my channel, I did sell a pair of $300 shoes. I had to send them off to eBay's authentication process, and yeah, it didn't turn out so well. We're going to go over that, what happened, what to expect, and how it might affect your account going forward. Also, we're going to talk about something that other channels have been talking about, and I noticed it on one of my items. I just listed it the other day, and we're going to talk about that too. There's something fishy. There's something fishy going on at eBay, and I think you want to hear it. And then, of course, we're going to go over first week of April sales, how we're doing, and what we're looking forward to going forward. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the eBay shoe debacle. So I think it was, 2 weeks ago now, I sold a $300 pair of Adidas special edition shoes. Now, I'm an everything seller, and I look up all kinds of stuff. I count things all the time. And I found these pair of shoes. Let me get them for you. I found this pair of shoes right here. I'm just going through Goodwill like I normally do, and they caught my eye. Of course, when I look them up, they are super valuable, and I get super excited. I'm by no means a sneakerhead or someone that even knows what to look for when it comes to fake shoes or real shoes. I just see shoes. I see value. So I picked them up. I think I paid $13 for them like over a year ago, maybe. Well, whenever you list something that's part of eBay's authentication programs, so like these shoes, they're over $100. So they automatically get sent to the authentication facility. And I sold them. I was so excited, but deep down, I just had a thought. I was like, I bet you for some reason, because I don't know any better, I'm going to send these off to the place, and they're going to deny them. And guess what? That's what happened. They got to the authentication factory or wherever they go to for eBay, and it said they had them for about half an hour, and they said they could not pass the test. Now, I'll show you a little video here, and then we'll come back and talk about it a little bit more. All right, guys. So I got the box back with my shoes that failed eBay's authentication. So let's see what they sent back. I actually had it in a different box than this, and I packaged it really nice. So let's see how they returned them back to me. All right. Well, actually, not too bad. I had them all wrapped up and stuff, but they did put bubble, whatever, blister packs in there, air packs. They took care of them at least, even if they said they weren't real. Let's see what else is in here. All right, well, there's the shoes that did not pass the test. They still haven't given me a reason. Maybe the reason lies on this card. Let's find out. It says your item did not pass the authentication check. We're returning this item to you because item's authenticity cannot be verified. For this reason, you may not list it on eBay as it's in a violation of our counterfeit item policy. Learn more about our authentication guarantee, blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't even really say why they couldn't verify it. They don't outright say, hey, your shoes are fake. They don't say any reason why. Maybe it was the title was wrong, the description was wrong. I don't know. But I'm not able to sell these anymore, even if they are real or not, because eBay said they are not. As you see, they returned them. They're in good shape. I can't sell them on eBay ever again. They don't tell you that, they're outright, these things are fake, or they really didn't give you any information about why they couldn't pass them. I know sometimes they're very picky on things, but I wish they would just tell me outright, hey, these things are fake, or we couldn't pass them because of this. I'm not really upset about it, but I would have loved to have the $300 sale, of course. Now, I was always worried, if I did sell something through the authentication program, if for some reason it didn't pass, how that would affect my account. I was definitely assuming that I would be punished because it seems like every time you do something on eBay, they punish you if it's in a negative fashion, whether it's your control or not. So, when I sent them off and then they sent them back to me, they send you a scary email that says it's against the law to sell counterfeit items online. They almost make it insinuating like you're doing it on purpose. And then they send you this link to go to look at, the rules and eBay policies and all that stuff, as if like you didn't know you weren't supposed to sell counterfeit items, even though you don't know if you're selling counterfeit or not. And we all know too about the eBay algorithm, the Cassini or whatever. It goes through and it flags items that it thinks are counterfeit without even seeing them in person. It just tells you they're fake. I had a purse listed once, and I actually asked about the purse not too long ago, and it's still sitting in an open pending investigation case of why it was taken down. I just gave up on it. I had multiple people look at it. Multiple people said it looked fine to them, but eBay's AI did not like it. And the back office people that are supposed to look at it just never get around to it. They don't care. I'm kind of done with like anything going forward that's going to require authentication, anything that might be in a high counterfeit market, like high-end sneakers or high-end purses. I'm just going to stay away from that, because even if they are real, you can't prove that they're real. You just have someone that tells you this yes or no, and you have to just go on it like that. Did it affect my account? No, because the same day that I received the return like early in the morning, they open up a case against you, which is really dumb. So it says that, it didn't pass the test, and so they open a return. So you're like, oh, cool. And then all of a sudden after that, it says there's been a case opened against you. So you're like, dude, just why are you opening a case against me? Just return the dang things and take the money and give it back. Well, it's just standard procedure. The authenticator opens a case. eBay looks at why it was done. They refund the money back to the buyer, and then you get your shoes back in the mail, or whatever you sent to them back in the mail. But literally after I got that return, or literally after I got that case open against me and it closed, of course, in the buyer's favor because they didn't pass the authentication test, I actually made $300 worth of sales the same day. 6 sales came in that same day. Now, was it because of the shoes failing? No. What I do believe happened is that was, I believe, April 1st. And that was the day my store dues were due. I had to pay $59.99 for my store fees. And like I hypothesized in the past, on that day or right around that day, you get a huge influx of sales. The reason why is your visibility gets pumped through the roof, hoping that you can collect your store fees so eBay can get them from you. Does it? Is it something really that happens? I don't know. I would have to dwell a little bit harder into it, but I literally called it and it happened. 6 sales in one day. Haven't had that once this year that I can recall. It was just very odd, especially right after taking that return. All right. So the second thing I want to talk to you about is I know on Jeff's channel, Hayfro Sells, we were kind of discussing things like fake views, fake watchers. Is eBay like pumping up the numbers to keep you engaged, to keep you excited? The jury's still out, but the one thing I will say is, so I recently just started getting into some clothing, trying to expand my horizons. More fishing poles cast out into the water. Hopefully, more people will bite. So I listed this hockey jersey. It's a vintage Minnesota Duluth hockey jersey, and within 2 days, I had I think north of 37 views, if not 40 some views on it, and 11 watchers. So I'm like, wow, this item, I picked a beauty right here. This thing is getting all kinds of action. But I decided to send out, an offer, just a feeler. I threw it out there. It was like 6% off the price. Not one of those watchers took that offer. Not one of those watchers sent a counter offer back. No one sent me an offer on it, and it just sat there. Nothing happened except views were continuing to come in, and watchers were just like magnetically attaching themselves to it for no reason. So what I decided to do is I'm like, okay, so there's no traction besides people just watching this item. If it's that exciting of an item, if I end and sell similar on this item and people really want it that badly, they're going to come right back to it. They're going to start watching it again. I'm going to get a lot of views on it. I end and sell similar on this item. And guess what? No watchers at all. No one's watching this item that just had 11 watchers in 2 days. And I had like I said, 37, 40 views on it. Guess how many views are on it now? 3. So that does not correlate to an item that needed to have 11 watchers on it or warranted 11 watchers on it. So what's your take on that? Do you believe eBay's putting fake watchers on items to keep you excited about selling on eBay? Could it be a bunch of bots that are somehow getting through eBay's, whatever they call it, to remove bot watchers or listings? I'm not quite sure what to think of it, but it's just odd that it went from everyone and their mother wanting this item, or at least looking like they wanted it, to not one person looking at it again. All right, so then let's get into the sales. We're going to go over the first week of April, but before we do that, we're going to look at the chart of sales, which we always do, and see where we're sitting at right now. So as of today, we have $35.29 of sales. As of the last 7 days, we have $352.98 in sales. In the last 31 days, which is actually up 30% from the previous period, which is a nice boost compared to what we had last 30 days. We're at $1,947.45. And then for the last 90 days, we're at 5,285 and 96 cents. And then this year, now we are up to $5,739.87. And so let's look at the report for April 1st through April 7th, the first week of April. So this actually ends up being, so far in 2024, the best week we've had reselling on eBay this year. So I'm pretty excited about that, especially because none of it was promoted. All right, and as far as total sales for the first week of April 2024, we are sitting at $673.02. That is up 65.7% from last April 2023. Our selling cost is $257.05 from that total, bringing us to a net sales in the first week of April of $374.71, which is up 72.8% from last April. The number we're trying to beat for total net sales from last year, it was, I think, right at $900. So we're well on our way on to beating that total. So unless we get shut down sometime in the next few weeks, we should surpass that total. The average sales price per item, that's at $35.42, which is also up 13.4% from last April, the same time period. And let's see, quantity sold, we're at 19. That is up 46.2% from last April. So at impressions now, we are at 310,088 for that week. It's up 17% from the prior time period. Page views are up 6.9% at 1,635. Quantity sold in that first week, look at that. We had 19 items sell in the first week of April. That is up 72.7%, and that's pretty awesome. And then the average click-through rate, that is 0.5. I don't believe that was really a change from last time. And then the average sales conversion rate, that did go up. I don't know by how much, but it's 1.2. I know we were averaging under, like, it was like 0.7, I think, somewhere like 0.7, 0.9. So that has increased also, which is amazing. I'm just going to run you through April 1st through April 7th. We're going to look at the numbers for each one. So on April 1st, we had total impressions of 38,249. Total page views 193, with 10 of those being externals. And we had 5 sales that day. I believe technically it was 6, but one person didn't pay till the next day. And then let's look at the next day. The next day we're up to 54,290 impressions. We had 276 page views, with 15 of those being external site views. And then we had 3 sales that day, so another nice day. Wednesday, April 3rd, we have 46,481 total impressions, 287 page views, and 4 sales that day. Again, we are just rolling right now in the first week of April, and it felt good. April 4th, 43,832 impressions, total page views, 234, with 17 of those views being external. And we still managed 2 sales that day. So we are still kicking it. Now, we get to this day, which was Friday, April 5th. So let me preface this as, one, I did not do a reset this day until very late at night. But I still managed to get a sale early that morning. Unfortunately, they canceled. So let's look at this day. 36,478 impressions, 207 page views, with 17 of those being external. And like I said, our one sale we did have canceled on us with 5 minutes after they purchased it. But I take full responsibility for that, because I waited till, I think, 7 o'clock at night to do a store reset. And if you're doing a store reset that late in the day, you're almost guaranteed 0 sales for the day. Bump over to Saturday, April 6th, and we are at 46,324 impressions for that day. Total page views 236, with 24 of those being external. And then we had another 3 sales again on that day. And then we go to the final day of week 1 of April. We were at 44,434 impressions, and let's see, 202 total page views, with 12 of those being external, and then another 2 in sales for that day. So we ended up selling, 19 items in the first week, which my goal for the month was 60. So we're already 1/3 of the way to the goal after the first week. Will things die out all of a sudden? It's possible. I mean, based on what I'm feeling so far, things are definitely slower this week than they were the first week. No explanation. I'm still doing store resets every single day. In some cases, 2 store resets in the same day if things just aren't working. But I have faith that we'll at least reach that 60 items sold mark. On a positive note, on top of all the sales I've had, I had someone come back and buy something from me again. Someone that hadn't bought something from me in over 6 months. They made it back to my store again and purchased another item, which is pretty cool. It doesn't happen that often for one-off sellers. You know, if you have a niche, clothing or something that, that's all you sell, people will come back and buy that stuff. But I sell everything you can imagine. So the fact that someone came back to my store and bought another item from me, that's pretty cool. All right, guys. So another thing I want to talk to you about is I'm going to have a little bit of a programming change. And it's not because I want to stop doing it. It's the fact that I just can't always think of great ideas for my outros. So I'm going to be replacing my outros going forward with a quick ending of what sold for the week, or what sold to wrap up the video. The reason being is, like, if I have a video that I want to put out, I don't want to feel the pressure of just trying to come up with an outro. And if I can't, then I feel like I can't put out a video if I can't think of something to put at the end of the video. I'll still be putting out funny outros, but they're going to be in the form of shorts going forward, just to make life a little bit simpler for making videos. I'm a very creative person when it comes to creating those things, but when you make one every video, I don't want it to come out forced eventually. Will I still throw them in there occasionally? Maybe, maybe not. But I just want to let everyone know that if you get to the end of my videos and you don't see the outro anymore, it's not because I don't want to do them anymore. It's just to relieve a little pressure off of me of trying to live up to the expectations of just coming up with a new one every single video. It's not the easiest thing to do because, like I said, I don't want to regurgitate things, and I don't want it to come off to be forced. But I'm still going to entertain you with those shorts, so make sure to check those out when they do come out. And if you guys are still here listening to me babble about eBay, about our amazing selling platform that we're on, go ahead and don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't or are not already, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to build this channel up to 1,000 members. We've kind of hit a little plateau here, so let's push through it. We're at 620 now. I know we can get to 700. Be sure to head down to the comment section, drop me a note. Let me know about anything we talked about in this video. What you think. What you think about the authentication process. Have you had any nightmare situations with it? Have you had anything sent that you knew for sure was real, but they said, nope, this ain't real, it's fake, and then you're just out whatever you spent on it? What do you think about the fake watchers, the possibility that we're being given stats, views, watchers, whatever, impressions, to make us excited, to keep us driven to keep selling on eBay? And also, what do you guys think about my first week of sales in April? pretty nice, but it won't matter unless we can keep it going. I got to continue to list every day as things sell out of the store and keep some fresh items in there. I got to keep up on the resets going forward because as soon as you let your foot off the gas pedal, that's when things can kind of just slow down to a crawl. All right, guys, it's always a pleasure doing these videos and talking with you guys, and I look forward to commiserating with you down in the comment section. Like I say, all good things must come to an end. Until next time, thank you guys.
Us! Amazon.ca, what's the website for that?
Amazon.ca.
I have to order something really cool.
Scott, are you waiting for the package you just ordered?
Maybe.